Before cancer, I just turned 40, in the middle of, a busy life. Had 2 young boys, 5 and 2.5 at the time. When I started, I noticed some blood in my stool. So it kind of was there for 2-3 months, and at one point, the GP just said it was probably from childbirth, hemorrhoids and piles. There was nothing to worry about. But I've obviously had 2 children, and I'd never seen it like that before. So I said, I don't think it is, because I know what that is, and I don't think that's it. When I first come in for my colonoscopy, there was quite a young guy doctor, and they looked at me, and as you're doing, like, oh, you look, you're not overweight, you look fit and healthy. It's not going to be anything, but okay, then we'll give you the colonoscopy, and they did. And he was like, oh, I'm not expecting anything at all, They were very like, oh no, I'm sure it's nothing. And I was like, yeah. So I didn't really, it's not like I walked away thinking, oh, they're going to come back and say it's cancer. It didn't even cross my mind, to be honest. I was then called into a room, and there was like a specialist nurse, and she just came in, and just like as if we knew, she wasn't even a doctor, and she's like, yeah, like 90% chance that, it's cancer, or 99 or something like that, out of the blue. And she's like, oh, I guess you know what to expect. And we're like, no, like, we have no idea what you're going to say. A month later, after my diagnosis, I was taken in for surgery, and they do all, the preps as they do, and check your heart and make sure you're okay. And they said that, they have to prepare you, saying there is a chance you have a stoma, like you could wake up with one. But we think we might be able to just take it all out, and after seeing the scan, and then close it back together, take part of colon out, and then take it, put it back together. The consultant actually came in to see me, but he said it was much longer than I expected. It took about 6 hours, and it was a tumour was about the size of a golf ball. And it was a stage 3 cancer in the end. I just think it's the kind of thing that it will never kind of go away. Like, and I think you worry a lot, and I think maybe the mental scars are definitely bigger than my visual ones, especially the first couple of years. When I finished treatment, the year after my diagnosis, I was lucky to be given the all clear, but yeah, for a couple of years after that, you keep on thinking, it's the next scan, and you're just always worried, is it going to show anything? Am I going to be okay? Is this a cold? Is this something else? Ever since my surgery, so my scars weren't huge, they aren't huge, but there was one through the belly button, which kind of altered my belly button. And even my then 5-year-old was like, Mummy, when are you going to have a normal belly button again? I don't like it. I said, it's never going to look like it did before, but, it saved Mummy. I'm here, I'm fine. So, and it actually has turned in more to a belly button now. But I did struggle with that to begin with, and also I think having had surgery on your colon, when you eat and stuff, quite often it gets quite like, you get a little bit bloated from a lot of things. It just looked like a pot belly quite often, and I struggled with that. And even now, nobody else like really sees it, but I feel like I really see it, and I want to do it because I want to show people, that you can gain confidence again, and actually I've learned to like my body, and I don't really think about it unless you do something like this. It's just part of who I am now, and I just do it partially for myself, but also just to show people there's lots of, bodies can look in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and scars or no scars, but kind of tells our story, and yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of, is it?